Kill me. Michael. Sister Michael.
It's a pleasure.
I know. Here we go.
I wasn't sure you saw me.
No, I did. Yeah, I'd say our Lord is up there now, looking down on the world, thinking the floods and the famine can wait. For there is a child in Derry who needs me to magically alter the contents of an envelope.
What cowboy is responsible for this soundproofing? It's atrocious. You need to speak to the lad who did our confessionals. They're great.
Step aside. What in God's name have you done?
There are fellas telling Father Peter where they stashed the murder weapon, and the congregation's none the wiser. I'll drop his number into you.
It's easy to forget there is a serious and rather depressing side to children in need. Mainly the fact that Father Peter has decided to come and talk to us about it.
Well, I'm at a wake, Mr. Quince. I've had better evenings.
Why can't God just give us a break? I don't know. Maybe he hates us.
Don't be ridiculous, girls.
Sister Michael?
Of course God doesn't hate you.
Thank you, sister.
You're not interesting enough.
I see.
I'd say he'd be ambivalent towards you, at best.
Right.
If he even exists.
What?
Nothing?
Oh, speaking of pupils who need to watch their back, I'd like to introduce James McGuire. He was due to start at Christian Brother Boys, but there were serious concerns for his safety because, well, unfortunately, James happens to be English.
A retreat? I don't know. I've judo on Friday, don't like to miss it. I mean, I'm not sure what Our Lady of the Sorrows has to be smirking about, but that's by the by.
Sister?
Go away. Oh, you're taking the piss now. The conflict here has led to so many terrible atrocities. And now we must add your play to that list.
Reading her book.
As Jenny's awful play just alluded to. This visit concerns me for a number of reasons, girls, but mostly because I am scared it will give the Pope ideas, and that's the last thing I need. Nope.
Sister, you missed the first communion.
I'm devastated.
We have a relationship.
We do not have a relationship.
Right.
On the other hand, and I cannot stress this enough, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in any of your other so-called rights. I don't want to hear your thoughts on the workload or the uniform or the fact that you have to occasionally do my ironing. Our Lady Immaculate is not a democracy, it is a dictatorship. My house, my rules. Is that understood?
Stick, Mommy.
Don't lie. Sister Declan was a woman of God.
Actually, she was known to be a bit light-fingered.
Did you know Bridie then?
No. But I believe your wife put some sort of curse on her.
Sister.
Lovely job so far, Seamus, but you know, keep it moving. Roll hides on in 15 minutes. Now, you're not a tongue person, are you?
I'm sorry.
I'm on communion duty. Christ, but I cannot stand the tongue people. I mean, what's all that about? You can't lift a wafer into your own mouth. You need me to do it for you. He wants me to leave Our Lady Immaculate.
He thinks it's time. And, well, you know, it's the nature of the game.
I'm not playing a game. It's unlikely she'll be returning to school before the end of the year. So I think the only thing we can do now is...
Pray for her.
No, what use would that do? And she's worried about that herself, is she?
Who?
God. She passed these concerns on to the bishop personally. Sadly, I am unable to come on this one as I despise the French.
Are you hiring out your clothes?
Me and the girls do it every Halloween. You can make an absolute fortune.
Is that allowed?
It's for a good cause.
Like a charity thing.
Like a foreign holiday thing.
You know, it can distract us from the main focus.
Which is?
God.
Right. I can't be doing with the Board of Governors getting wind of something like this at the moment. They're a thorn in my arse at the best of times. I mean, for God's sake, Aaron, what happened to Shoes of the World?
Proof at last, Peter. Proof at last.
Is he all right?
I wouldn't say so, no. He's a priest, like.
And you know who else doesn't think you're a dick? Our Lord.
I'm not ready to leave. Try and force me to, and there'll be an awful fuss, I said. I'll make sure of it, I said. Father Thomas usually deals with the wakes, but he's very sick at the moment. Bedridden, in fact.
God. What caused it?
Jack Daniels, mostly.
We can't get hold of the headmistress, one Sister George Michael.
George Michael?